Session 13, March 18th, 2026. The new section is called Bushmankop. A zamendiker Weg, Berg Aroif, a sandy way going up the mountain. Heise Qualius Luft, Fleizen über Feld und Weg. Waves of hot air flow over the fields and the path. Feldermilis verwachsen mit Kaki und Blackjack gauze. Many fields, large numbers of fields, many fields.
No. Millis is corn in Afrikaans.
Okay.
Fields of corn, fields of millis.
Fields of mealy. So that's corn. Thank you. I wouldn't have known that. Fields of corn.
It's not Yiddish.
No, it's not Yiddish, but still, in milis was many, so I thought many fields. Anyway,
English word, male.
male, yeah, with khaki and blackjack grass. I don't know what blackjack grass is. Kind of grass.
Blackjacks it's a weed that has little black stalks with sticky things on the bottom. And if you walk past them, they stick onto your clothing. And that's how the seeds are spread out. So it's a weed.
It's a weed. Stehen weiß, verhallischt von Hitze. They are white. They have been bleached out or wrecked by the heat. Der Himmel blau. Wolkenlos. The sky is blue without any clouds. Kein Simen von Wind. No sign of wind. Kein lebendiger beschäftigter Hund. There's no sign of life. Von Weiten often Rücken von Bargiken Weg, from far on the top, on the ridge, the back of the mountainous path, hat sich bewiesen Fall. We see a carriage. Zwei Bräune, gut ausgepatscheter Feld, haben gezeugen a full gelodenem, two brown, well-fed, well-taken care of horses were dragging a fully loaded vier redlichen Boydwagen. They're dragging a fully loaded four-wheeled covered wagon. Die Vor hat sich abgestellt. The carriage had stopped. Meyer hat sich aufgeheben von der Kellner. Meyer had stood up from the driver's seat, hat verschottend die Augen und hat sich herumgeguckt. Schotten is like shadow, so I guess he put his hand over. He shaded his eyes and looked around. Link is von dem Weg, on the left side of the road, weit auf jener Seitfeld, far from the other side of the field. He saw haben sich gesehen a paar Häuser und etliche Bäume. There, I guess I hear it.
Everybody mute except you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. He saw some houses and a few houses and some trees. Das ist die Farm Watterkeil, hat Meyer beschlossen. That was the farm Watterkeil. That was the name of it. Meir decided, der Ziel unserer itziker Nesia. That was the goal of this journey. Es ist nicht das erste Mal, als sie vornahin. This was not the first time that they have come to this place. Aber manchmal heint kommen sie von einer anderen Direktion. But because today they were coming from a different direction, is der Weg etwas unbekannt. The way is a bit unknown to them.
Unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar. Good. Better translation. Hat gehabt de Cook in wenig, in Boyd. He grabbed a look inside the wagon. Horowitz, sein Schuttef, Horowitz, his partner, is gelegen ausgezogen auf de Pechsrohr und geschlafen, was lying on the packages, packages of goods and sleeping. Meir hat sich gesetzt zurück. Meir sat himself down again on the driver's seat. Genommen die Leitzens in die Hand und gerät zu die Pferd. He took the bridles in his hand and spoke to the horses.
The reins, probably.
The reins in his hand, and he spoke to the horses. Nu, Bräune, rührt sich. Hat sich schon geruht. So now, brown one, that's, I guess, his name, move a little. You have already... Brownie. Okay, Brownie. We'll call him Brownie. You've rested already. Now it's time to move. Hat sie getun Strage mitten Beich. He gave them a little, I guess, tap of some kind with the whip. Aber die Pferd haben sich nicht gemacht wissendig. But the horses didn't pay any attention. Sie seien gegangen Tritt bei Tritt und getrieben die Fliegen von sich mit die langen Ecken. They went slowly, step by step, and they drove the flies from themselves with their long tails. Die Hitze hat gebrannt Meirs Leib. The heat burnt his body. Hat gehabt auf sich nicht mehr wie a weiße Dienerhemd. He was wearing only a thin white shirt und Leventener Cremehäusen and I guess cream-colored linen trousers. Aber die Hitze is gewesen unerträglich, but the heat was intolerable. Meir hat sich gefühlt müde und schläferig. Meir felt tired and tired and sleepy, schläferig. Der Schlaf wie a Blei is gelegen in alle seine Glieder. The sleep like a Blei, I always think of as a pencil, but I think it's the leaden, like a leaden feeling, I think, was deeply, let's say, how can I translate that nicely, was deep in his organs, in his being, in his glieder, in his
limbs.
Say again? Limbs, yes, that's better. Hat sich angespart an der Kellner und ist bald eingeschlafen. He put himself back in the driver's seat and immediately fell asleep. Hi, seh nur, wie die Jiden schlafen. So somebody else is talking. Hey, see the way the Jews are sleeping. Beide, Meyer und Horowitz, haben der Wacht mit Impet. The two of them, Meyer and Horowitz, woke up with enthusiasm, or not with enthusiasm, quickly, or
with a start.
With a start, that's a better way. Horowitz is a rausgekrochen von Boyd. Horowitz crawled out of the back of the cabin, of the carriage. Der Wagen is gestanden inmitten of Feld. The wagon was standing in the middle of a field. De Feld ausgespannt haben sich gefietelt dabei. The wagon was standing in the middle of a field, and the horses were unhitched, and they were grazing nearby. Horowitz, stark verschlafen, Horowitz still sleepy, very sleepy, hat sich übergeguckt mit Meeren. Horowitz looked around. Horowitz, very still sleepy, looked around with Meyer. Wo befinden Sie sich? Where are we? Where do we find ourselves? Meyer had getan a cook auf sein Segel. Meyer looked at his watch. 4. Wow, 4 o'clock. Hat der Hastes geschlafen a halbe Stunde. He had slept a half an hour. Reb Nussen.
Okay. Aber wer hat angespannt the Pferd? But who had unharnessed or unhitched the horses? And wer hat abschert erst gerät? And who had earlier spoken? Von hinteren Wagen ist gekommen a verstickender Gelachter. From behind the wagons came stifled laughter. Darauf haben sich gewissen zwei schmächtige dicker Buren. Soon revealed themselves
Soon after that,
thank you, revealed 2 smiling boars. A heuche bright pleitsidike mit reute Boord und heel blauwe Augen, tall, broad-shouldered, with red beards and light blue eyes, met a bright rednicke Streu hit oif the cap, met wide, round straw hats on their heads, met fel skunne oif the barverse feet, with some sort of leather moccasins, perhaps, on their bare feet. This
Feldskuna they're a particular kind of rough boots, half boots that the boys used to wear, and you can still buy them in the shops. They're called Feldskuna, leather shoes, leather half boots.
Horowitz, a klein mager mensch. Horowitz, a small, skinny, menschel, like almost not quite grown, in a 50-year-old in his 50s, a tinkler, dark, with dinner Gläser, with dicke Gläser auf seine ständiger finteldicke Augen, with thick glasses on his always squinting eyes, is gewähn genointige sich zur Ergetz. So Horvitz, a small, scrawny man in his 50s, dark with thick glasses on his always squinting eyes, was always used to expecting the worst. De Boeren haben sich vergestellt. The Boers introduced themselves. Upperman, Appelman, Breeder, Zwilling, twins. Zij zijn Bijwoners, tenants, perhaps.
Squatters.
Or residents.
That's bijwoners are squatters in Afrikaans.
Squatters. By Reichen Davish Janisch, by the rich Davish Janisch from Bushmankup. Kommendik Ibrahim Fjord haben sei bemerkende Vier beim seit wegen auf zwei schriftendicke Menschen innerweinig. So coming over the fields, they noticed the wagon with the two sleepy people inside. Haben sie nicht gekannt, bestehen dem Nischen nicht abzutieren und schildigen Stippel. Spitzel, yeah. So they as they were coming across the fields, they noticed the wagon with the two sleepy people inside, and they couldn't resist the test, the temptation to play a prank on them. As they haben euch gespannt gefährt, they unharnessed, unhitched the horses. They haben sich unschuldigt. They apologized.
Okay. Seinen itzt alle vier gestanden und gelacht. All four of them stood around laughing. Die Oppermans haben gesagt, the Opperman brothers said, Waterkeil is noch a Mahalach von dannen.
Mahalach, a distance.
Waterkeil must be the name of a place.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's still a little way from here.
So this Waterkeil, it's pronounced Waterkeil. It's water is water and keil is a pool or a dam. So it's an Ausgetrachte Norman. It's not a real place, but it sounds as though it could be a real place.
So
how do you pronounce it?
Waterkeil.
Thank you.
It might be they're just telling them the dam is not far from here, that we don't know if that's the name of a place, right?
No, it's the name of a place. It's the name of a place, and which is called Waterkale, and they were heading towards this place called Waterkale, and it was not far away from where they were. All of them were standing.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. Ot Dalton, hinter jenem Zebleuten Bergel. It's from here. It's just beyond. What is Zebleuten?
I think it's a blue colored
Okay.
little hill.
Just
To
beyond
bottom,
that.
isn't it a bit like a muddy?
No, that's Blutta. But is it that or is it flowered?
No, I think
Zebleuten.
I think Yaakov has it. I think it comes from blue.
The blue hill?
Yeah, bluish hill.
Bluish hill.
Bluish hill in the distance, yeah.
Upon him, as Fahrendick von Palmit Fontaine haben die Pferd auf sehr eigenem Hospen, sie vernommen auf den Weg kein Buschmannkopf. So right away.
Apparently, upon him is apparently.
Okay, apparently, as Fahrendick von Palmet Fontaine, as though from a palm fountain.
No, it's another name.
It's another place.
Yeah,
these are not real places. These are not real
places. No, they're not real places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the horses.
Palmit is a bulrush, and Palmit Fontaine is the fountain of the bulrush. It's a name that doesn't really mean anything, like Bloemfontein, flower fountain. That's a real place. Bloemfontein is a real place, but this Palmit Fontaine. Actually, there was a place near Johannesburg called Palmitfontein, where there was a military airport during the war years, which until they built Johannesburg International Airport, they used to use Palmitfontein as the airport. So that is a real name, but it's not in this area that that is being described here.
It's so great that we have some South Africans with us.
Really?
So the horses, on their own initiative, got back on the road, going toward Bushmankop. Was is Take do, which was right there. Wo sie stehen ist, where they were right at that moment. Levish Jansche, der Eigentümer von dem farm Bushmankop, Levish Jansche, the owner of the Bushmankop farm, is a freundlicher Mensch. He was a friendly guy. Sein Weib, Tante Mime, his wife, Aunt Mimi, is a Freu, eine von 1000. She's a woman 1 in 1,000. Jansches Huis is noch a guter Mail von dannen. Jansches house was a good mile from there. Sie haben geholfen, einspannen die Pferd und seinen weg. They helped to unhitch the horses and they went away. A warmer Wind ist gekommen von Drum Masure.
Mizrach, Durham Mizrach, from southeast.
Von dort, So a warm wind came from the southeast. Hat gebeugen die lange Svitgras. And it, what's meant gebeugen?
Bent?
Bent.
It bent the long sweatgrass. Es hat geschmeckt mit Regen. There was a smell of rain, or it smelled of rain.
Now, the svet, is that, what's that referring to? It's not svelte. Is it sweet or it's sweating? He has it in quotes.
Yeah.
Sweet
Yeah,
grass.
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's probably a sweet grass, perhaps, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, he's quoting it, so he's calling attention to it in some way. So
yeah.
I think he's using just a translation from the English, a sweet grass.
Okay.
Die Pferdsatte ausgeruhte seinen ist gelaufen, zufriedene über den samtigen Weg. The horses, having rested.
Oh, sated, I think.
Sated, thank you. Ran away happily on the Zamdiken Weg. What's made Zamdiken?
Sandy?
Sandy.
Along the sandy road. Meir hat sich nicht gekonnt mochel sein. Meir did not, was not able to, what is mochel sein?
Forgive himself.
Yeah.
Meir could not forgive himself. Wenn wollte nicht eingeschlafen, wollten sie it's schon gewinn in Watterkeil.
Coil.
If he hadn't wakened up, they would now have been already in Watterkeil. Aber Horwitz hat es weggemacht mit der Hand. But Horwitz waved it away with his hand. Es wird sich auslösen zum Guten. It's all going to be for the best, hat gesagt, he said. Meir hat geschmeichelt. Meir smiled. In what is Moshech?
Meshach. During.
In Meshach von die 2 Jahr, in 2 years, was fort herum mit Horwitzen auf den Koch. In the 2 years that he had been going around with Horwitz on the, was meint Toch?
Toch is...
Peddling.
Oh, they're
yeah.
peddlers. They've been peddlers. Hat ihn kennengelernt mit alle seine Melus und Chasrunis. He had learned all of his, what are Melus and his Hasrunis?
Milus are his good traits, and Chesronus are his the things that he lacked.
I see.
Pluses and minuses. All his plus. Yeah.
He had gotten to know all his pluses and minuses.
Mm-hmm.
Shortcomings.
Gläubens und Obergläubens und sie leben basholem. His Gläubens and Obergläubens, what are those?
His beliefs and his superstitions.
And his
superstition.
His superstitions.
Obergläuben is superstition.
Beyond beliefs, yes.
his beliefs and his superstitions, and they live peacefully. Horvitz is a brie.
Is a Beria.
Beria.
A Beria.
What is a Beria?
He's a skillful person, someone who does things well.
Gets along with the world easily. You know.
An Unternehmer, he had initiative. A Wortsman. A Wortsman. He was good with words.
A man of his word, yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay. Had getroffen mit Hurwitz in that Zeit noch sein Vaters Tod. He had met with Hurwitz a while after his father's death. Is gewesen physisch und geistig zerbrochen. He had been physically and spiritually, mentally broken. Über Nacht ist geworden der einzige Versorger von einer größeren Familie. Overnight, he had become the only provider for a large family when is gewesen arbeitslos and he was out of work. Auf der Szene hat sich bewiesen Hurwitz on the scene Hurwitz appeared. Noch vor der englisch-burische Milchome is Hurwitz gewesen a Tocher. Even before the Anglo-Boer War, Hurwitz had been a peddler. Aber die Milchome hat ihm kemat ruiniert. But the war had almost ruined him. Hat sich genötigt in ein bisschen mehr Geld. He needed a little bit more money. Hat sich getroffen mit Salmanen. He met Zalman. Hurwitz is a bekannter von Jahren, someone that Hurwitz had known for many years. Hat sich geklagt bei Zalmanen auf einen Mangel in Geld. And he complained to Zalman about the shortage of money. Zalman hat ihm vorgelegt, reinzunehmen Meeren für ein Schutif. Zalman had proposed to him to take in Meir as a partner. A bissel Geld hat Meir eigenem. Meir had some money of his own, a bissel that Zalman ausleihen Meiren, and he, Zalman, will lend Meir the rest. Der Schutfus is also zustand gekommen. This is how the partnership started, was initiated. Hurwitz is gewesen als Stiller. Hurwitz was a quiet, gelassener Mensch, relaxed, quiet person. Hat gehandelt ehrlich mit seinen Kunden. He dealt honestly with his customers. Seine Wort is gewesen heilig. His word was holy. Heilig bei ihm und bei aller, welche haben ihn gekannt. He was a man of his word. His word was holy to himself. Sorry?
I would say sacred.
Sacred, yeah. But he was basically a man of his word in his own self and with all who knew him. Der Weg hat sich verkehrt auf links. The road curved to the left. Es haben sich bewiesen eine Reihe von Erd und Lehm aufgeworfene eine Reihe von Erd und Lehm aufgeworfene Häusler. What appeared was a row of earth and clay thrown up little houses mit streuene Dächer with straw roofs, on Fenster without windows, mit a Loch bei der Erd anstatt a Tier, and with a hole in the ground instead of a door. Da haben gewohnt die schwarze Farmarbeiter mit ihren Families. Here lived the black farm laborers with their families. Schwarze Kinderlach, little black boys, halben in ganzen nackte, half naked and altogether naked, mit großer Cap und Karakul formica, or with large heads and frizzy hair is mit ausgehebene Beigelach with protruding tummies and verschmorte Näser and with snotty noses, sich gespielt were playing in the sand, sich gekaikelt mit Hint und in Blotter und probiert unhappen die kurze Ecken von die Chaserim. They were rolling with the dogs in the mud, and they were trying to grab the short tails of the pigs. Kälber ungebunden zu trottene Zäumen, calves bound to wire fences, haben geguckt, haben Vater in der Welt, looking foolishly into the world, und oft herausgelassen a tempen moo, and often emitted a dull moo. Kinder haben sich geboten in Sand. The fowls were bathing in the sand, genistert in a mist. They were searching in the dung, was is gelegen die Kälber that was lying around the calves. Zerlecherte Paraffinblechen, paraffin tins with zerlecherte Paraffinblechen mit untergeheizten Kehlen haben sich geräuchert auf dem Wind. Okay, paraffin tins with holes that with heated coals were letting off smoke in the wind. Was hat getrieben dem Räuch über die Häuser, which drove the smoke over the little houses, die Hint und die Kälber, and it blew the smoke over the houses and the dogs and the calves. Schwarze Frauen, black women, breiter, broad, zerjöerne, worn out, naked bis die Lenden, naked and to their limbs, mit größer hängendicker Brust, with large dependent breasts with hanging down breasts, wie schwarze, halbledige Säcklich Mehl. Oh, the breasts were like black, half-empty sacks of flour. Seinen gestanden auf die Knie were standing on their knees, gescheiert drei Physiker tep, and they were polishing 3 pots with 3 legs. This is something that you see in Africa. Gestoßen Milis und sich durchgeschmust auf dem Kohl. They were pounding milis. We can substitute here kukaruza, which is the proper Yiddish word for milis. They were pounding kukaruza and they were talking loudly. Melech und Freuen, girls and women mit Blechen, Wasser und mit Sek truckene Behememist auf die Kep. Young girls and women with tins of water and with sacks of dry dung on their heads, seinen ungekommen von dem Feld, were coming back from the field.
What is this about that they had on their heads?
I think Yaakov is probably more up to date than I am, but I think they used the dung as part of to make fires, but I'm not sure.
Yes, they would have used the dung in the fires. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because it had a lot of straw still left in it.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Rechts von die Häuser, to the right of the little houses, etwas zu Meiref, somewhat to the west, oben weiße, leibendene Beidlich, shimmeriert in einem Schein von der untergehenden Sonne. Somewhere to the west, white canvas booths were shimmering in the shine of the setting sun. Let's see how we're doing for time. I don't want to, 2:07. I'll take a break, Jacob. Why don't you take over? And if you
wait, can I just ask you a question, Moshe, about, you said this is a scene that you would see.
Oh, yes.
What were you referring to?
I was referring to a farm, the standard farm of 60 years ago. I mean, I saw this all the time. So we lived in the country. So no, this is, he's painting a precise picture. It's very accurate. There's nothing made up there.
Yeah.
Carried stuff on their heads. And this was rural South Africa.
It sounds like a National Geographic photo shoot.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
Upon him als men pravet dem Weg, hat Hurwitz gesagt. Apparently one is celebrating Pravin, the way.
Well, if you keep to the road.
Keep. Pravin, okay. Keep to the road, Hurwitz said. Showing sight, it's already time. Sie seien zugefroren und sich aufgestellt bei a größer und stein geborene Häus. They traveled up to and stopped at a big stone-built house. Vorrend, a veranda mit a Blumengarten. The front had a veranda, a veranda with a flower garden. On eenzamer Werbeboim is gestanden on the side. A lonely, I guess, willow tree is standing to one side. Wie es wohl getreuert auf sein Einsamkeit. As it would be, to be, wait, it says voll getreuert, as it would be.
Mourning.
Then, mourning, getreuert. It's like, it's sad from its loneliness, yeah. Yes, yeah, dank. Hinter den Bäumen haben sich gesehen a Stall, a kraal. And behind the tree, we saw this little stall or a little, I guess, barn structure.
Okay, so this word kraal, it's an Afrikaans word, and it's an enclosed area with usually made out of stone, with thorn bushes around it, and they kept the cattle inside this area, and it's known as a kraal.
Sort of like a corral, I guess, corral in English.
Cognate.
Yeah, cognate. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, a niedriger, kräftiger Mensch. Onheb die 50er Jahren. So a short, strong person, perhaps in the early 50s, mit lange Gedichterwanzes, with long, thick mustache, with a long, thick mustache.
Whiskers.
Whiskers, that's better. In der Begleitung von zwei Händen, with two dogs accompanying him, und sie gekommen entgegen. Gekommen entgegen. Dogs accompanying him, I guess to the side, I guess. Gekommen, they
came towards them.
To them, gekommen entgegen, came towards them, yeah, that's right. Hat gehunken a bisschen. He is, hunken is, like hung.
He limped.
Limped, yeah, a little bit. Sein Pomen is gewesen geknecht, aber seine dunkelbräune Augen haben noch gescheint, mit jünglichen Feier und seiner Bewegungen energisch. So his face was wrinkled, but his dark brown eyes shined with youthful fire, and his movements were energetic. Horowitz und Mayer haben sich vorgestellt. Horowitz and Mayer introduced themselves. Ich bin Horowitz, ich bin Mayer. I am, because they said their names. My name is Levish Jansche. Ois Spanen. Yeah, so my name is I guess Levish Jansche. Are you Ois Spanen to I guess to untie? And
unharness your
unharness. Yeah, unharness them. Yeah. Mit der Leibniz von dem Herr Jansche, with permission from you, Mr. Jansche, hat Horowitz gesagt, that Horowitz said. Klein boy hat Jansche gerufen. Klein boy was his.
No, that's a name.
Oh, klein boy. Okay.
Klein boy. It's in Afrikaans. Klein is small and boy is boy. So small boy was his name, but it's a name, Klein boy.
Klein boy. Okay. 14, 15 Jahre Ingo is gekommen zu laufen.
Yeah, like on a Bonanza. There's a little somebody.
Oh, I get it. A 14, 15-year-old little boy came running up to them. Yes, boss? Yeah. Span euch die Pferd, kill sie op, gib sie Wasser, stell sie rein in Stall und gib sie genug Treffgroß und Holber. So untie or unharness the horses, let them cool down, give them water, put them into the corral, the stall, and give them enough grass and oats. I don't know what a tefgros is, I guess. Wheat.
Awesome. Don't know what that is.
Yes, yes, boss. Der kommt dem ersten Mal in Buschmannkopf, hat Jansche gefragt. So this is your first time, and I guess Buschmannkopf is a place that Jansche asked. Ja, hat Horowitz gefragt. Hat ihm erzählt, als sie haben verblundet. Yeah, he told him, yes, this is where we are, and we're lost. Yeah. Jansche hat gelacht. Ein nieder Schmois, hat gesagt, darf nicht lungen. Das kommt manchmal verlustig auf Pferd. Jansche laughed. An experienced schmois, I guess peddler. Peddler. He said, need not get lost. This is because when you should not be getting lost. This is because you're relying on the horse. The horse goes the way it wants to. Meanwhile, you get lost. Should I read a bisschen weiter, one more paragraph? Or sure.
Yeah.
Jansche hat sie zugeführt zum Haus. So Jansche led them up to the house. Often Veranda ist rausgekommen, a blond, schlanke Frau, kontig a Sach jüngere für Jansche. So on the veranda came out a thin blonde woman, apparently a lot younger than Jansche. Noch hier ist untergekommen a junge Mädel mit a Tats auf welche es seinen gestanden 4 Teppeler haben. And after her, just walked quietly, I guess, walked a young girl with a tray on which there were 4 cups of coffee. Jansche hat sie vorgestellt. Jansche introduced them. Mein Freu und Tochter, die Herren Hurwitz und Mayer. It says, this is my wife and daughter, and here's Mr. Hurwitz and Mayer. Men hat sich geshalom aleichem, Leut dem Steiger bei Oren. One, greeted each other, shalom aleichem, according to the custom of the Boers, the bear. How do you say that? Bears.
The Boers, yeah.
Boers, ja, dank. De Boers. Bald is euch herausgekommen a Jingle von a Jahr 8, 9. Then soon came out a little boy, maybe 8, 9 years old. Janscha hat euch ihm vorgestellt. Janscha introduced him. Paul, meiner Plimenik, sein Vater is gefallen in der Milchome mit England. This is Paul, my nephew. His father passed away, fell in the battle with England, I guess the Boer Wars. So, and the Mädel hat gehabt a Seitigen Kug auf Meeren und is a rein zurück Häus. The girl made a side glance, I guess, at Mayer and went back into the house. Mit Nementik, dem Tats mit die ledige Kriegelach, taking with her the tray with the empty Kriegelach, little cups, I guess.
Jugs.
Jugs. Janscha's vibe, hat sie verbeten in a wenig. And Janscha's wife invited them inside. And maybe someone wants to start Kapitel 17.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Ja, okay. So Kapitel 17. Die Nacht ist zugefallen plötzlich. The night fell suddenly. Es ist gewesen still, düschner, verwolkend. It was quiet, stuffy, and cloudy. Hinner, sitzendig in einem Werbebäum, haben sich bewegt ruhig. Chickens sitting in the willow tree moved uneasily. In dem Stall haben Kids gejammert. In the stable, cats were well, jammeren is to lament. They were making the noise that cats make. Wie noch Mutters zerbenkte Kinder. They were like mothers who were missing their children. Hint haben mit Ruhigse sich gebezert auf die Kids. The dogs were barking angrily at the cats. Ergens hat ein Oger leidenschaftlich gehirscht. Einmal, zweimal und ist still geblieben. So somewhere a stallion neighed passionately once, twice, and then remained silent. Von die Arbeiter heißlich hat der Wind umgezogen das Gewein von Kindern. From the workers' huts, the wind brought along the crying of children. Tenor von einer Gitarre und a still lyrischen Singen von mädelsche Stimmen. So there were the cries of children, the sounds of a guitar, and a quiet lyrical singing with of young girls' voices. Der Arum gehielt in Choshech hat geprägt mit an eingehaltenem Atem. The area around, which was sort of wrapped in the darkness, panted with a restricted breathing, restricted breath. Hat still gewart auf etwas, and it was as if quietly waiting for something to happen. Mit einmal is etwas gefallen auf ein blechendem Dach. Suddenly, something fell on the metal, the tin roof. Wie eine geheime Hand wollt geworfen ständig, as if a secret hand had thrown little stones. Die erste Tropfensregen hat Jansche bemerkt. These are the first drops of rain, Jansche remarked. Bald is a rausgefallener Regen, and soon the rain started falling. Es hat gefletzt wie von 1000 aufgestreifte Kranen. The rain fell down like as if 1,000 faucets, taps were opened. Geräuscht wie ein Sturm, and the sound was like that of a storm. Geklappt auf ein Dach und geschmissen in die Fenster. So it was falling heavily on the roof, and also as if it was beating against the windows. Es ist schön gewesen noch Wetschere, and it was already after supper. Der größte Esszimmer ist gewesen beleuchten von einer großen Hänglung. The large dining room was lit by a large hanging lamp, a large hanging lamp or chandelier. Auf die tapezierte Wand seinen gehangen Familienbilder. On the wallpapered walls, there were hanging family photos, pictures. Und die Fotografes von gewesenen Präsidenten Paul Kruger und Stein. And also were hanging the photographs of President Paul Kruger and President Stein. Paul Kruger was the president of the Transvaal Republic, and Stein was the president of the Orange Free State Republic. Bei einem von die Fensters auf a klein Tischel ist gelegen a Bibel mit massiver geschnitzter Tovlen. On one of the tables, no, on one of the, next to one of the windows was, on a small table was lying a Bible with massive carved Tovlen boards, what would you call a
covers, you said it, covers.
Covers, yeah.
The book, yeah.
Yeah. So they were carved probably out of wood. Frau Jansche hat etwas genäht. Die Mädel hat gehäkelt und der Ingel, wem's Nomen is gewesen Paul, hat geschrieben auf a Tovel. So the Mrs. Jansche was knitting something. The young girl was crocheting, and the boy, whose name was Paul, was writing on a board. A Ruf gespiegen, abgewischt dem Geschriebene und wieder geschrieben. He spat, he wiped away what was written, and he wrote again on the board. It's like a little blackboard. Der Regen ist gefallen gedicht, regulär. The rain was falling heavily and regularly, in a regular fashion. Jansche hat gesagt, der Regen ist schon öfter a kapitschke spät. The rain is perhaps just a little bit late, aber noch nicht zu spät, but it's not yet too late. Jansche, hofft auf a guten Jahr. He, Jansche, was hoping for a good year. Man darf a Sach haben. We need a lot of rain. Menschen seien verarmt. The people are impoverished. Die Milchome mit England hat allemen gelassen nacket. This war against England had left everybody bare. A paar gute Jahren wird stellen allemen auf die Fies. A few good years would place everybody back on their feet. Jansche, kon sich nicht klagen. Jansche, he couldn't complain. Is gewinn mazeldig. He was fortunate. Gott hat ihm gehit und geholfen. God protected him and helped him. Ihm hat abgeklickt euch in der Milchome, and he had been lucky also in the during the war. Gut, a kleiner Wund in der linker Fuß, was macht ihm hinken, is a reus beschollen von der Milchome. Besides a small wound in his left foot, which made him limp a little bit, he emerged from the war unscathed. Sagt oft zu sein Freu, Gott ist gut zu uns. Lass mir sich nicht versündigen gegen ihm. And he would often say to his wife, Freu, my wife, God has been good to us. Let's not sin against him. Emmes, wenn hat sich umgekehrt von der Milchome, hat von sein frierdicken Hobbenguts gefunden bloß groß. But it's true that when he returned from the war, he found only grass was left of his property, of his possessions. Die Englische haben alles verbrennt und vernichtet. The English, the British, burnt everything and destroyed everything. Und was es hat sie genutzt, zugenommen. And what they needed, they took. Es hat sie sicher verdrossen, für was sie müssen überlassen die Grund. It probably, they probably resented the fact that they had to leave the ground behind. Was ist geblieben für mir zu tun? So what was left for me to do? Ich habe vermaschkend die Farm, I mortgaged the farm und mit das Geld sich eingeschafft Teuten und lebendigen Inventar. And with the money that I got from the mortgage, I acquired livestock and the Teuten inventar is probably machinery. I imagine it must be machinery and livestock. Alle sein Freu und der Cap Colonia und wohnt zusammen mit seinem Freu auf die Grund, was sie hat gejaschen von ihr Vater. So he, everybody, he, his wife, and his children, hat noch a son, and he had another son who had some years before married in the Cape Colony, and he was living together with his wife on the ground, on the ground which he had inherited from his father, welche is euch gefallen in der Mechoma, his father who had also fallen, was killed in the war. Alle haben sie gearbeitet schwer, and everybody worked hard. Schuldigt noch als Summe auf die Grund. He still owed a sum for the ground. Aber jetzt hofft wird schon lang nicht dauern, bis wird liquidieren dem Käuf und befreien sein farm. But now he hopes that it won't take a long time until he would be able to liquidate the loan and to redeem his farm. Zij, Horowitz und Burg, haben gewiss bemerkt leibentene Beidlach. He, Horowitz and Burg and Meyer Burg had probably noticed that there were canvas tents rechts von die Kaffeestreusers, these canvas tents were to the right of the houses of the straw houses of the blacks. Men legt dorten a Bahnlinie, and they were setting down a railway line there. Die dosike Linie wird verbinden Mizrach mit Ma'ariv. This railway line would connect the east to the west. Bushman Kop wird haben a Bahnstancia. Bushman Kop would have a railway station. Von dannen wird a Linie sich abzweigen kein Dorm. And from there, a railway line would branch off to the south. Die Meluche hat ihm bezahlt a guten Mecker für die Grund, was sie hat genommen für die Linie. The state had paid him a good price for the land which it took for this railway line. And I think that